Hello everybody. Well, this is a video I decided to come up with because we struggled a little bit to meet today, so I just wanted to have it super clear. Now, as you know, the English proficiency project this year is something we're piloting, something we're trying out. Initially, we were asked to complete a portfolio with some very specific tasks regarding the IELTS. However, because some teachers were not doing what they had to, and we need to be ready for an audit that is coming up after June, well, they decided to standardize things a little bit more and to use a tool we are all familiar with. So we're going to be using the Cambridge LMS for our English proficiency project. Okay. Now, as you know, in the Cambridge LMS, you will need a username. This username is not the regular username that you use for all your classes. I assigned myself a new username and password for each of you. I sent it to you in a private message on WhatsApp. Okay, mine is going to be the same because I'm enrolled as a teacher, but because you're enrolled as students, you're gonna have to use a different username and password. Okay, now you will basically have to log in and wait. Okay, then this is what I see in my teaching. I have two courses regarding the IELTS, one that is for supervisors in which we are just trying things out, and the other one, which is our course. It is CCA PD, Professional Development, Project 5. This is the class code. It's the same for everybody, okay? And I already sent it to you on a private message on WhatsApp too. Basically, if you click there, you're going to see what students usually see, right? The class home, where there is a calendar and there are some activities to do and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm going to be sending you messages this way, just in case it's necessary. Also, you'll see content, resources, class tools. I'm going to focus this time on resources. Here you will see different materials that can help you identify first what test bank this course is all about. So if you click here, you're going to find a video that is an introduction to this course. It will show you basically the kind of tools that you find, the kind of materials, the kind of assessment and stuff like that. So I really think you should watch the video. Then the other aspects are frequently asked questions, exam summary, how speaking and writing are assessed, acknowledgement, speaking sample test, So all of this is related to the IELTS per se. Now, if you completed your task 1, you must already be familiar with this kind of information. But if you want to, you can take a look at it and you can explore all of these documents that we have in this tab, Resources. The next tab is Content, and usually students get to see workbook, course, and other things here. Teachers enrolled in the English proficiency course will see test mode, practice mode, and speaking practice. In test mode, what you're going to see is the different skills and the opportunity to complete each of the skills without stopping. It's going to be like the real deal. Okay, so whenever you're going to take a test in test mode, you'll have to make sure you have enough time to sit down and complete it all, because you can't stop and you can't go back or go forward. Okay, it is like the real exam. Practice mode looks practice mode looks like the other one, of course, but it is a little bit more open. So it will go part by part and it will give you strategies, tips, it will give you feedback, you can go back and you can go forward. It's just for you to practice, of course. You don't necessarily have to sit down until you finish, but you can work on one of the parts and then come back later on. It's a little bit more flexible in that regard. Finally, the speaking practice part is about the different tasks that you can find, or different kinds of questions better that you can find, and this is not going to be assessed right now, but it will be assessed at the end. Let me explain. This project is going to be divided into 3 stages. Okay, so during the first stage, teachers need to take test 1 in test mode. So your first activity, your first task, is to take test 1 in test mode. Okay, this will be our mock test. It will help you identify those areas in which you are really strong, and those areas in which you need to work a little bit more. Okay, the idea is that this first stage will start today, Wednesday, and you will have time to complete the test 1 in test mode until Sunday. So whenever you decide to do it, you're free to do it, but remember, you need to count with enough time to complete it all. Okay, that's stage number 1. Now, stage number 2 is about test 2 and test 3. But this time, you're not going to take them in test mode. No, you're going to take them in practice mode. Okay? Here, you will have to complete test 2 and test 3, but we don't have the dates for this yet. So the dates are to be confirmed. Because we are piloting this project and this tool, we need to go step by step. Okay, so all I can tell you now is that test 2 and test 3 will be in practice mode. Okay. Finally, speaking practice. We have a speaking practice for all the tests. We have in total 4 tests. But for the test number 1, you will take it as part of the stage 1. It means that between today, Wednesday, the 23rd of May, and Sunday, the 27th, you will have to take the test 1 in test mode and the speaking practice. For this speaking practice, we won't have let's say an immediate feedback, because it's a machine evaluating your speaking, so no way. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have an exercise of peer assessment. We're gonna give you the criteria, and we're gonna assign each of you to evaluate one of your peers so that you can give some feedback. This is only gonna happen for the test 1, for the mock test, let's say. Then at the end of the project, when we finish it all, let's say that is stage number 3, we're gonna take the last test, test number 4, again in test mode, so that there we can see the evolution. In stage 1, you took test 1. Then stage 2, you practice with test 2 and 3 in practice mode. But then at the end of the project, for the last stage, we're gonna take test 4 in test mode again. What do we want to see? We want to see progress, and we want to see how much progress there is from the first to the last real test, let's say, that you take. So it means that in this test we will have a score for reading, a score for listening that is automatically given by the system, but also we will have an examiner, an official IELTS examiner, giving us feedback in terms of speaking and in terms of writing. That's good news, right? So this is something we're trying to do because we really want to see some progress in terms of IELTS scores. And I know that we work responsibly, and if you keep being committed as you have been so far, I know that your scores are going to be great. Sorry about this crazy video. I hope you understood. It's a lot of information, I know, but I am trying my best to be as clear as possible. Now, many of you may be wondering, what about FutureLearn? We were sent a link, we were asked to enroll a course. Well, FutureLearn is a really nice platform for online courses. let me show you. There are a lot of different courses, but this is the one that you were asked to enroll, which is Understanding the IELTS. Now, FutureLearn is going to be used as a complementary material for our test 2 and 3. I mean, if I took my test 1 and I identified I had some issues with listening, then I may need to work a little bit harder on that skill, right? If I want to see some progress. So I will complete, of course, my test 2 and test 3, and I will practice with everything. But also, I will come to FutureLearn, I will explore the course and see if there is something useful regarding listening. So if there is something regarding listening, well, I may go there and take a look at the tips and watch the videos. FutureLearn works with videos pretty much, and it has very nice and practical tips. So there may be very useful material for you to practice with that weak area you identified at the beginning. Now, if you do this is not going to be assessed. We're not going to get any results. But if you keep working on it, you will be granted the diploma of completion of a course. So that'll be also good. However, our main the core part of the project will be our Cambridge LMS. Remember, your credentials have already been sent via WhatsApp on a private message. And well, I guess that's all I have to say. So thank you guys, and well, see you around. If you have any questions, just let me know. Okay? Bye.